Let's get into it. Get started. Get started. Get started. Get started. Cause it goes on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah. Throw my hands up in the air sometimes. Saying, hey, gotta let go. I wanna celebrate and live my life. Saying, hey, baby, let's go. Cause we go, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say that. Up, down, up, down. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. As we gon' rock this club, we gon' go all night. We gon' light it up like it's dynamite. Cause I told you once, now I told you twice. We gon' light it up like it's dynamite. Just breathe, just breathe. Come and rest at my feet. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live, and you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my.
How come they can hear it?
The mic is muted.
It's because it's muted.
You're muted.
You guys need to mute yourselves. That's why I was muted, because he. Y'all need to mute yourself. Celebrate and live my life. Saying, hey, baby, let's go. Cause we gon' rock this club. We gon' go all night. We gon' light it up like it's dynamite. Cause I told you once, now I told you twice. We gon' light it up like it's dynamite.
Welcome to our Keller Family Assembly. We are the Farciert platoon and we'll be your hosts today. We hope that you enjoy spending time together as a school family. Everyone feels a little upset or stressed out throughout the day. Here's another basic technique you can do to help calm down. It's called the Ranger Salute. Here's how it's done. Bring your right hand up to your forehead like a soldier. Inhale as you bring your arm up. As you put your arm down, exhale. Do it again and with us. Inhale and exhale. Try this next time you get upset and it should help you calm down.
These are a few of exciting events that we're coming up at Keller. We have a winter break for 2 weeks. We'll return to school on January 6th. We will have a tree day on January 8th. The skating motivational event is on January 15th. We have another school holiday on January 18th and 19th.
All students and staff who have a birthday in December, please stand up. Happy birthday. You may have a seat. If
If you are a new student who has joined our Keller family since the last assembly, please stand and be recognized. New Rangers, we are glad you are now a part of our family. You may have a seat.
Hi, my name is Princesa, and today I'm happy to be celebrating Happy to School Off. Hi, my name is Larissa. I'm celebrating that it's almost Christmas. Hi, my name is Rihanna. I'm celebrating that I'm not doing on my platform.
We love to celebrate people being helpful. If you wrote a snap for someone or receive a snap for someone, please be recognized. And now here's Miss Shirley for our Christmas celebrations.
Good morning, Keller Rangers. We are very excited that we get to have our Christmas assembly with our band, choir, and orchestra performing today. So at this time, we will have our band students coming on up to the stage. So it's going to be fantastic that we get to hear them performing. Following the band performance, we will be having a couple exciting things. So following the band performance, we will actually have our traditional reading of the Polar Express by your Keller admin team, which will be great and awesome and fantastic. And then following the Polar Express reading, we will have our choir performing, and then following up with our orchestra, and then the last thing what we'll have is a special performance for you as well. The most important thing as we are setting up our band kids up the front, most important thing is we want you to be safe over the Christmas holidays. So making sure that you are able to just be safe, be with your families, get a chance to rest and relax. And at this time, we're going to turn it on over to our band once they're set up and done, because you might not be able to hear me with some clanging anyway.
Our band is going to play concert F, saxophone D, clarinet G, trumpet G, everyone else in F. Are you with that? Concert F. 1 and 2, whole note, and. One more. 1, 2, 3, and.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Gonzalez, and this is the Keller Middle School Band. And we're going to be playing a few Christmas songs, and we're going to start with Good King Wenceslas, featuring a few of our instrumentalists as soloists. Enjoy. Thank you. And next, we're going to be playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas. And lastly, we are going to play Up on the Housetop. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. All right, Dan, stand.
So let's hear it again for our Keller band. So they did a fantastic job. Woo-hoo! So unfortunately, they did not get to, usually in 6th grade. So those of you in 5th grade, usually our 6th graders, you get to go tour around Pasadena. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that this year because of a pandemic for some reason. But we wanted to make sure that we got a chance to hear their wonderful playing. And at this time, we're going to have our Keller admin team come on up for our traditional reading of the Polar Express. So we've read the Polar Express every year that Keller's been in existence. Miss Phelan, who's the first principal at Keller, she's always read the Polar Express to her kids when they were growing up. So that was a tradition that she brought here to Keller. So every year at our Christmas assembly, we read the Polar Express. So that's a tradition that we'll keep on doing here at Keller. And then also, maybe you can stay tuned later for the Polar Express, maybe streaming later. There you go, Polar Express, written by a guy. That's awesome. There's a stand right behind us. Yeah. Quietly in my bed. Did not rustle the sheets. Slowly and silently. A sound of friends like only I had for years. Ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. Here came Santa, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night, a knot of ringing bells. From outside came the sound of Christmas steam and singing bells. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house.
It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at the open door of one of the cars. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. All aboard, the conductor cried out. I ran up to him. Well, he said, are you coming? Where? I asked. Why, to the North Pole, of course, was his answer. This is the Polar Express. I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard.
The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candy and minutes, simmered with as white as the snow. We drank hot chocolate as thick and as rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of town and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward. Soon there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness.
We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon. But Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster.
The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed the barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. There, said the conductor, is the North Pole.
The North Pole, it was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first, we saw no elves. They are gathering at the center of the city, the conductor told us. That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Who receives the first gift, we all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you.
Look, shouted one of the children, the elves. Outside, we saw hundreds of elves. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no farther, we stopped and the conductor let us outside.
We pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. In front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound, like nothing I'd ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart, and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us and pointing to me, said, "Let's have this fellow here." He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knee, and he asked, "Now, what would you like for Christmas?"
I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas."
A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me. I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeer's names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky.
As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell.
I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. Let's hurry outside and look for it, one of the children said. But the train gave a sudden lurch and started moving. We were on our way home.
It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. What? I yelled. He cupped his hands around his mouth. Merry Christmas, he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away.
On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," my father said, "it's broken." When I'd shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as the years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe.
The end.
And now we're going to swing it on over to our choir room. So we'll have it, Miss Mormon, take it away once we spotlight her video. So Miss Mormon, just give me 1 second and we'll send it over your way. Okay, Miss Mormon and choir, we are excited to hear you sing. So whenever you are ready, Miss Mormon, you are good to go.
Hold on.
This is part of our Keller 6th grade choir, and we are going to sing Jingle Bell Rock.
Okay, thank you very much, choir. And let us. All right, we now turn it on over to Mr. Dorsey and our Keller Orchestra, who will be spreading more Christmas cheer.
Good morning. Members from the 6th grade orchestra would like to offer you all our renditions of Up on the Housetop and Jolly Old St. Nick. We wish you a happy holiday season. Stay safe.
Mr. Dorsey, on the side, or on the side, or behind the computer.
I'll go this way.
Stupid cameras. Thank you. So let's give another big round of applause for our band, choir, and orchestra for just spreading some holiday cheer with us. In a moment, we will be having a wonderful performance by just an interpretive dance for Christmas songs. So it's going to be great. We're going to try not to trip or fall over music stands or chairs. But while we're getting ready for that, just want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Appreciate, it would be helpful if I could use this too. That way our cafeteria people can hear us too. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Students and staff, I greatly appreciate what you've done these past 3 months, keeping us safe here at Keller. You've done a great job wearing your masks. You've done a great job using hand sanitizer. Done a great job spraying and cleaning desks. So I appreciate everything that you've done to keep us safe, even though the numbers are rising outside our building. You've done a great job of keeping it safe for myself, our staff, our students, and most importantly for our students' families and our staff's families as well, who are not even here. So you guys did a great job with that. Let's keep that going in 2021. Thankfully, there's a vaccine that's starting to get distributed, so hopefully we can get one of those eventually. But this time, I'm going to turn it on over to Mr. Ebley, Ms. Salzar, and thank goodness for her talent, Mrs. Mormon, who will be singing the 12 Days of Christmas.
I'll use this one.
You can use that one, and we'll hear you on the. We'll hear you on that microphone too. Okay, we just need some space because this could be dangerous. See? Could be dangerous. All right. Here we go.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On my true love gave to me. 2 turtle doves.
Parlez-vous français?
And a partridge in a pear tree. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens.
Oh.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, that was the French one. Okay.
2 turtle doves. And a partridge.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Go for it. Yes! We nailed it.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit louder, please. A little bit louder.
3 French hens.
Croissant.
Croissant.
2 turtle doves. And a partridge.
I'm ready. Bring it. Bring it.
Yes,
I
Oh,
got
that's
it.
the best one.
The best one. You're awesome.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds.
Hello, can you hear me now?
3 French hens.
Something in French.
Parlez-vous français?
2 turtle doves.
Okay, I'm ready. It's all in the legs. Yeah! You nailed it again.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying. 5 golden rings.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Call Siri. I don't understand that.
3 French hens.
Paris,
Parlez-vous
France.
français?
2 turtle doves. And a partridge in
Bring
a
it.
pear tree. On the
Totally there.
7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
Go this way.
7 swans a-swimming.
Backstroke.
6 geese a-laying.
Ah!
5 golden
Bling,
rings.
bling.
4 calling birds.
It's gonna text you.
Oh, perfect. I can hear that. No, I can't hear that.
3 French hens.
Parlez-vous français?
Oh, I didn't call you. Yeah, nice. Look at this. You should have practiced.
Bring it in. Bring it. Yes! Nailed it again.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking.
Oh, lots of milk. Lots of milk.
7 swans a-swimming. 6 geese a-laying.
Ah!
5 golden
Bling,
rings.
bling.
4 calling birds.
Hello, how are you?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
3 French hens.
Parlez-vous
Chocolat.
français?
Chocolat.
2 turtle
It's the same
doves.
dance as before.
Let's go.
And a partridge in a
Okay.
pear tree.
Off balance.
That was a
Work on
bad
that.
joke. That was a bad joke.
On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing.
Woo! I got this.
8 maids a-milking.
Milking it. Milking it.
7 swans a-swimming.
Swimming?
6 geese a-laying.
Ah!
5 golden rings.
Bling,
Ring
bling.
on it.
4 calling birds.
Hey, how are you? You're my best friend forever.
You know, you're my best
French
friend.
hens.
Something in
Okay,
French.
parlez-vous français?
2 turtle doves.
Same thing I did just now.
And a partridge
I'm
in
ready.
a
I'm
pear
ready.
tree.
Yes! Whoa, listen
On
personal.
the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a-leaping.
Look at that hair. Look at that hair.
9 ladies dancing. 8 maids a-milking.
Milking it.
Oh!
7 swans a-swimming.
To the dolphin. To the dolphin.
6 geese a-laying.
Ah!
5 golden rings.
Put a ring on it.
4 calling birds.
Hey, how are you?
3 French hens.
Chocolat. Chocolat.
2 turtle
We're
doves.
going to together do this.
And a
Okay.
partridge in a pear
I gotta
tree.
stand it.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping.
Too tired to play.
10 lords a-leaping.
Milking it.
Woo!
7 swans a-swimming.
I'll go this way.
Backstroke.
6 geese a-laying.
Ah!
5 gold rings.
Put a ring on it.
Bling, bling.
4 calling birds.
croissants, Paris.
2 turtle doves.
We got this.
And a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Breakfast waiting.
Rocking it.
8 maids a milking.
Milking
7 swans a swinging.
Side stroke.
6 geese a laying.
5
golden rings.
Ring on it.
4 calling birds.
I'm tired.
Me too.
3 green chins.
I give up.
How was your birthday?
2 turtle doves.
That was a history joke.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I'm going to hit off my code and have Art set. I wrote this down.
Thanks a lot.
We hope you had a great time at the Keller Family Assembly today. Please join me by saying your Ranger Code of Honor. R.
Respect yourself and others.
A.
Respect responsibility. Encourage and cooperate. Realize your potential.
Okay, yeah. So, thank you for tuning in for our school family assembly. Have a great rest of the day. Teachers will call you on down for lunches. Probably about 15 minutes, we'll start calling you on down. But have a safe, happy, and restful Thanksgiving. Thank you. Remember, range is the way.